They say arrogance in the octagon is a one-way ticket to humiliation, and some fighters learned this lesson the hard way. They stepped in with airs of grandeur, mocking their opponents and believing no one could touch them, but karma, disguised as an unforgiving fist, taught them the lesson of a lifetime. In this video, you will witness the most shocking moments where 10 arrogant fighters were brutally knocked out and humiliated, watching their egos shattered along with their jaws. Stay until the end of the video because the final fight will blow your mind. 1. Roy Nelson vs. Cheick Kongo. Roy Nelson, known as Big Country, was often underestimated because of his unathletic appearance. With a prominent belly and a laid-back style, many judged him before seeing him in action. On the other hand, Cheick Kongo, with his muscular and technical physique, represented the stereotype of a professional fighter. He stepped into UFC 159 confident, showing an attitude of superiority that was evident in pre-fight interviews, where he implied that Nelson wasn't a real challenge. He suggested Roy's physique put him at a disadvantage, a belief shared by many analysts who favored Kongo for his technique, power, and reach. In the octagon, Kongo's overconfidence was apparent from the start. He tried to impose his striking, throwing punches intended to intimidate and control the fight. However, Nelson, true to his style, remained calm, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When Kongo got just a little too close, Nelson seized the opportunity and unleashed a devastating right hand. The punch landed flush on Kongo's jaw, and he dropped to the canvas immediately, completely knocked out. The referee stopped the fight instantly, and the crowd erupted at the shocking result. That knockout was a powerful reminder that appearances can be deceiving and arrogance can be the worst enemy in the octagon. As Kongo walked away humiliated, Nelson celebrated, proving once again that the power of a single punch can shatter any expectation or prejudice. 2. Conor McGregor vs. Nate Diaz. 1. Conor McGregor, known for his extravagant personality and unmatched trash-talking abilities, entered his fight against Nate Diaz at UFC 196 brimming with confidence. Originally, McGregor was set to face Rafael dos Anjos for the lightweight title, but an injury forced dos Anjos out, and Nate Diaz, a welterweight fighter, stepped in with just 11 days' notice. In classic fashion, McGregor dismissed Nate, calling him slow and promising a first-round knockout. Even in the pre-fight conferences, McGregor mocked Diaz, ridiculing his lack of preparation and professional record. In the octagon, McGregor started strong, landing several sharp punches that opened a cut above Diaz's eye. It seemed everything was going according to the Irishman's script as he confidently advanced, showcasing his signature striking. However, Nate Diaz, known for his durability and calm under pressure, absorbed the early attacks without losing composure. As the fight progressed, it became clear that McGregor was starting to tire. In the second round, Diaz's endless stamina and precise boxing began to shift the momentum. Nate landed a clean punch that staggered McGregor, and the Irishman, visibly shaken, desperately shot for a takedown, a critical mistake. Diaz, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, quickly took control on the ground, locking McGregor into a rear-naked choke. With no other option, McGregor tapped out, shocking the world. McGregor's defeat was a public humiliation. He had entered with arrogance and promises of a quick victory, but he ended up falling to a relaxed Nate Diaz, who barely had time to prepare. After the fight, Diaz immortalized the moment with his iconic line, "I'm not surprised, mother f*********." He's Conor trying to get us, gets the mouth. No! That's it! He's got the shot! Nate Diaz! He's out! 3. Anderson Silva vs. Chris Weidman 1. Anderson Silva, known as the Spider, was at the time the most dominant champion in UFC history. With a 16-fight win streak and multiple title defenses, his talent seemed untouchable. However, alongside his incredible skill, Silva was also known for his showboating style inside the octagon, dropping his hands, taunting opponents, and making dismissive gestures that left them frustrated and defeated. That arrogance, which often made him look invincible, would become his downfall at UFC 162 against Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman, a young, undefeated fighter with solid wrestling and striking skills, wasn't intimidated by Silva's reputation. Despite being a heavy underdog in the betting odds and considered too green to face a legend, Weidman came prepared mentally and physically for the challenge. Silva, however, didn't seem to take him seriously. During the fight promotion, Anderson displayed an overconfidence, claiming Weidman had nothing new to offer him. In the octagon, Silva took that arrogant attitude to the extreme. In the first round, he allowed Weidman to take him down, believing he could easily withstand the ground and pound. When the fight returned to the feet, Silva began his usual antics, dropping his hands, dodging punches, and mockingly pretending to wobble after Weidman's strikes. In the second round, Silva's overconfidence reached a critical point. While taunting Weidman, he failed to take his opponent seriously. Weidman threw a combination, and although Silva dodged the first punch, the second one landed flush on his jaw. Silva collapsed to the canvas, and Weidman finished him with follow-up punches, forcing the referee to stop the fight.
Anderson, oh my, he got hit! Look at the finish it! It is all over! Chris Weidman is the UFC!
4.
Brock Lesnar, Cain
versus
Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez.
Brock Lesnar,
Brock
una
Lesnar,
figura imponente en el mundo de las MMA, llegó a UFC 121 como el campeón de peso pesado y uno de los peleadores más intimidantes de la división. Con un físico de 120 kilos de puro músculo y una actitud de superioridad, Lesnar era visto como un coloso prácticamente invencible. Sus victorias anteriores, incluidas brutales demostraciones de poder contra Randy Couture y Frank Mir, consolidaron su reputación como un peleador dominante. Sin embargo, esa confianza desmedida sería su mayor enemigo cuando enfrentó a Cain Velasquez, un luchador técnico y trabajador, subestimado por muchos, incluido Lesnar. Durante las conferencias previas al combate, Lesnar dejó en claro su arrogancia. Ridiculizó el tamaño de Velasquez, sugiriendo que no tenía el físico ni la fuerza para competir con alguien de su calibre. Incluso bromeó sobre la falta de intimidación que sentía al mirarlo. Velasquez, por otro lado, mantuvo la calma, evitando entrar en un juego de palabras y dejando que su preparación hablara por él.
Once in the octagon, Lesnar's arrogance became glaringly obvious. Early in the first round, Lesnar came out aggressively, trying to impose his size and strength with a quick takedown attempt. However, Velasquez not only defended the attack but swiftly reversed the position, showcasing his superior technique and speed. From that moment, the fight clearly shifted in Velasquez's favor. Cain began landing precise strikes, opening a cut on Lesnar's face and leaving the champion stumbling. Lesnar's cardio quickly faded under Velasquez's relentless pressure, and in a humiliating moment, he began backing away awkwardly, almost running around the cage to escape Cain's assault. Eventually, Velasquez took Lesnar down and unleashed a brutal ground and pound, forcing the referee to stop the fight in the first round. The image of Lesnar, bloodied, defeated, and gasping for air, became an unforgettable moment in MMA history.
Hammer fist! 50 seconds! That's it! It is all over!
Alistair Overeem Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Alistair Overeem llegó al combate contra Antonio Bigfoot Silva en UFC 156 como uno de los pesos pesados más temidos del deporte. Conocido por su impresionante físico, poderosos golpes y su experiencia en el kickboxing, Overeem venía de una racha impresionante y era el favorito abrumador para ganar. Antonio Bigfoot Silva, por otro lado, no recibía el mismo respeto. Aunque era un peleador sólido, muchos lo veían como un obstáculo menor para Overeem en su camino hacia una pelea por el título. Antes del enfrentamiento, Overeem dejó clara su confianza desmedida. Durante las entrevistas previas, subestimó abiertamente a Silva, calificándolo de lento y asegurando que no representaba una amenaza real. Incluso dentro del octágono, Overeem mostró su actitud arrogante, peleando con las manos bajas y un estilo relajado que parecía más enfocado en humillar a Silva que en asegurar la victoria. Durante los primeros dos asaltos, Overeem controló la pelea con su striking técnico, pero su falta de respeto hacia Silva era evidente. Constantemente bajaba la guardia, lanzaba golpes sin compromiso y se burlaba de su rival. Sin embargo, Silva permaneció paciente, absorbiendo el daño y esperando su oportunidad. En el tercer asalto, Bigfoot Silva aprovechó un descuido fatal de Overeem. Con una ráfaga de golpes devastadores, arrinconó a Overeem contra la jaula y lo castigó brutalmente. Cada golpe parecía ser una declaración, una respuesta directa a la falta de respeto que había mostrado su oponente. Finalmente, un golpe limpio dejó a Overeem inconsciente, y Silva celebró con furia, dejando claro que había tenido suficiente de la arrogancia de su rival.
Silva, unbelievable! Bigfoot finishes Overeem!
6. Luke Rockhold vs. Michael Bisping 2. Luke Rockhold was the reigning middleweight champion when he faced Michael Bisping in their rematch at UFC 199. Having defeated Bisping decisively in their first encounter via submission, Rockhold entered the rematch with an extreme air of superiority. Bisping, who took the fight on just 17 days' notice following Chris Weidman's injury, was viewed as the overwhelming underdog. To Rockhold, this fight was little more than a formality to retain his belt. In the pre-fight build-up, Rockhold's arrogance was undeniable. He openly dismissed Bisping, promising to defeat him effortlessly as he had done before. His comments were dripping with disdain, referring to Bisping as a mid-tier fighter with no chance of victory. Bisping, known for his sharp wit, responded with humor but vowed to give everything he had inside the octagon. Rockhold's overconfidence carried over into the fight itself. He entered the cage with a lowered guard and a relaxed demeanor, treating Bisping as if he posed no threat. However, what happened in the first round shocked the MMA world. Bisping, seizing on Rockhold's carelessness, landed a perfectly timed left hook that staggered the champion. Sensing blood, Bisping followed up with a relentless barrage of strikes, including another crushing left hook that sent Rockhold crashing to the canvas. The referee stepped in, and Bisping's stunning upset was complete. The scene was unforgettable. Rockhold, who had entered the fight with a dismissive attitude, was now lying defeated on the mat, while Bisping celebrated one of the most shocking victories in UFC history.
He heard a bat again! Michael Bisping! It's the new UFC!
7. Sean O'Malley vs. Marlon Vera. Sean O'Malley entered UFC 252 with his undefeated record and an air of superiority, proclaiming that Marlon Chito Vera was no real challenge. In interviews and on social media, O'Malley dismissed Vera's skills, confidently predicting an easy victory and calling the fight just another step toward the top of the division. Meanwhile, Vera remained composed and focused, refusing to engage in trash talk and letting his preparation speak for itself. In the fight, O'Malley started strong, showcasing his signature creative striking and agile movement. However, the fight took a sudden turn when a low calf kick from Vera struck O'Malley's peroneal nerve, causing immediate and visible damage to his leg. The injury robbed O'Malley of his mobility, his greatest strength, and he began to limp noticeably, becoming an easy target for Vera. Sensing his opportunity, Vera applied calculated pressure, eventually forcing the fight to the ground as O'Malley struggled to maintain balance. From top position, Cheeto unleashed devastating elbows and precise strikes, forcing the referee to stop the fight in the first round via TKO. While Vera celebrated calmly, O'Malley left the octagon limping, not only facing his first professional loss, but also a bruised ego.
Yeah, we'll hear up. Huge elbow from Cheeto. Marlon Cheeto Vera stops the sugar show in round 1.
8.
Cody Garbrandt Diaz. Cody Garbrandt, conocido por su explosividad y carisma, llegó al combate contra TJ Diaz en UFC 217 como el campeón de peso gallo invicto y con una actitud cargada de arrogancia. El trasfondo de la pelea estaba lleno de tensión, ya que ambos eran excompañeros de entrenamiento en el Team Alpha Male, donde la relación se había deteriorado en medio de acusaciones y resentimientos. Garbrandt no perdió la oportunidad de menospreciar a Diaz en entrevistas y conferencias de prensa, llamándolo traidor y asegurando que lo noquearía sin problemas. Su confianza rozaba la soberbia, algo que sería su peor enemigo en esta noche. En el primer asalto, Garbrandt mostró destellos de su conocido poder al conectar un derechazo que tambaleó a Diaz cerca del final del round. Pero en lugar de mantener la calma y seguir su estrategia, Garbrandt se dejó llevar por su exceso de confianza, creyendo que Diaz estaba completamente vencido. Diaz, conocido por su resistencia y su habilidad para adaptarse, regresó al segundo asalto más concentrado que nunca. En el segundo asalto, Diaz conectó una patada alta precisa que desequilibró a Garbrandt y, seguido de una ráfaga de golpes, lo mandó a la lona. Un gancho final selló el knockout y el árbitro detuvo la pelea. La imagen de Garbrandt desplomado y derrotado fue un contraste total con su actitud prepotente antes del combate. Chuck Liddell Rashad Evans. Chuck Liddell, una de las mayores leyendas del MMA y ex campeón de peso semipesado, llegó a su pelea contra Rashad Evans en UFC 88 con la actitud confiada de un veterano que había dominado la división por años. Liddell era conocido por su agresivo estilo de striking y su capacidad de noquear a cualquiera. Rashad Evans, por otro lado, era un luchador joven, invicto, pero considerado por muchos analistas y fanáticos como alguien que aún no estaba al nivel de Liddell. En las semanas previas al combate, Liddell desestimó a Evans en entrevistas, dejando en claro que no veía al joven contendiente como una amenaza real. Incluso durante la pelea, su actitud despreocupada quedó en evidencia, bajaba la guardia con frecuencia y avanzaba de forma descuidada, buscando el gran golpe que lo había hecho famoso. Liddell parecía convencido de que su experiencia y poder eran más que suficientes para acabar con Evans. Sin embargo, en el segundo asalto, la confianza excesiva de Liddell le costó caro. Mientras intentaba lanzar uno de sus característicos golpes de poder, Evans lo contrarrestó con un derechazo perfecto. El impacto fue tan brutal que Liddell cayó inconsciente al instante, dejando al público en silencio por la magnitud del knockout. Rashad Evans no solo derrotó a una leyenda, sino que lo hizo de una manera que quedó grabada como uno de los knockouts más devastadores en la historia de la UFC.
Like a lightning bolt out of nowhere. What an upset.
10. Ben Askren vs. Jorge Masvidal. Ben Askren arrived at UFC 239 undefeated and brimming with confidence that bordered on arrogance. Known for his wrestling-heavy style and relentless trash talk, Askren repeatedly mocked Jorge Masvidal, questioning his skills and dismissing him as unworthy of sharing the octagon. The build-up was fiery, with Masvidal calmly promising to make a statement when the fight began. When the fight started, Masvidal wasted no time delivering on his promise. As Askren shot in for an immediate takedown, Masvidal sprinted forward and connected with a flying knee to Askren's head. The strike was perfectly timed and brutally effective. Askren fell to the canvas unconscious just 5 seconds into the fight, marking the fastest knockout in UFC history. Masvidal's celebration, mocking Askren's trash talk by lying on the canvas, underscored the magnitude of the moment. The once undefeated Askren, who had spoken so confidently, left the octagon silenced and humbled in front of the world.
My goodness.
So the fastest.
These fights showed that arrogance always comes at a price in the octagon. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more epic moments and leave a like. See you in the next video.